Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 news. This is dev blog number 3 has gone live today, and it's all about new crops and weed control. Follow along with me, MrSealyp. This was posted at 1:59 PM by Lysotan, the Giant Software Community Manager. And it begins. Welcome back to the dev blogs for Farming Simulator 19. Today we'll be discussing new crops unique to Farming Simulator 19, as well as the new weed control system and any new vehicles that are involved in these processes. 2 new crops come to the fields of Farming Simulator 19. The first is oats. Whilst oats are not dissimilar to other cereals in how they are grown, using normal processes in combine harvesters, they have one unique property. They are used to feed your new rideable horses. Those of you keen on rearing animals as part of your farm will need to set space aside for oat harvests. Very, very nice picture of the John Deere harvester. I assume that's harvesting oats, considering that's what it's talking about. And in the background, horses. A bit of everything that we need to know for that part of the dev blog. Next up, cotton is the second new crop and has its own special harvester, the Case IH Module Express 635. Once collected, the 635 creates a large bale of cotton that can be transported on special trailers. The Lizard brand trailers come in 2 sizes, allowing for transport of 1 or 2 bales at once. This makes cotton a significant investment in resources, but with the rewards to match. And there was a video that went with this when they were showing the new harvest and crops that went out last week, I think it was, that showed the trailer tipping up and the cotton bale going into the back of it. Really looking forward to using those because cotton harvesting, the machines look absolutely amazing. That 635 just looks awesome in that picture. So, along with these new crops is an overhaul to the crop icons used in game. While a minor change, these icons are used to display every vehicle's expertise and uses. You will want to become familiar with them. These have been, I think, simplified. The pictures seem a lot simpler to look at. They're much more basic. They're not fiddly and difficult to tell. Each one is distinctly different. So on the first page here, we've got the wheat and the barley. We've got oats, which is obviously new, canola and soybean, and they are all different. It's going to take a little while to get our heads round, but you know that's kind of part and parcel. The corn, sunflower, cotton, sugar beet, and potato. On this next one, we have got sugarcane, oilseed radish, grass, round bale, square bale, grass. Oh, this is new. Grass cut. Hay, straw, silage and chaff. Interesting icons for some of these, I have to say. I like the sugarcane one. Then we have, now this is where it gets a little bit more interesting again as well. We've got seeds, then herbicide, which is part of the new weeding system. Liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer digestate, lime, which is another new one. We've got manure, slurry, forage, mixed, which I assume is total mixed ration, and then forage, well that's different to chaff, isn't it? We have got wool, milk. Milk is an interesting one, and I don't know what's happening here. Whether this is going to be for PC or whether in the new game you will be able to, on consoles, transport milk or not. I hope so. It'll be fantastic if we finally get that ability on console to be able to take the milk and sell it rather than it just automatically going at night. I don't know for definite. If anyone does know, please comment, let me know. So yeah, we've got wool, milk, egg, pig food, water, sheep, cow, chicken, pig and horse for the new animal in game. And lastly, we've got wood chips, fir tree, poplar and diesel. So it says finally there's a far less useful kind of plant, and that's the weeds. In our new weed control system, weeds will begin to grow whenever you sow any crop. You can see them in your fields and they come in 2 stages. young and old. Some of this I didn't know at all. I knew we were getting weeds, but I didn't know they came in different stages. Young weeds in the first 2 growth stages are easier to remove, requiring only a weeder. So you should check your fields regularly and act accordingly. Nice picture of a T5, is that? It looks like a T5, could be a T6, with a very nice weeder on the back. And you can see ahead of the weeder, the slightly darker green in amongst the crop. Behind the weeder, as it's gone over, they've all gone. So very nice to see how that's going to be interacting. Then it says, once weeds begin to age, they become more problematic. Once embedded, you will require a sprayer with herbicide, and this is where the herbicide comes in. So we won't just be filling up with a fertilizer. We've got herbicides and fertilizer separate. So you require a herbicide to remove them. More costly equipment, since herbicides need to be refilled after use. Once bought, this sprayer can also be used on young weeds to fertilize fields. However, if you don't tackle your weed problem before your crops are ready to harvest, the field's final yield will be reduced by 20%. Laziness is expensive. We expect that weeds will provide an extra wrinkle, especially for players tackling the game in the new start from scratch mode. That's all on new crop types and the weed control system for today. Please join us next time when we'll detail character customization. So that'll be the next dev blog coming. Just rolling back a little bit there. Start from scratch mode. Because you start with nothing, you won't have the herbicide sprayer or necessarily the weeders or the bits of equipment you need when you get going. I think the start from scratch mode is going to be having to do jobs for other farmers to build up your money. You'll have to use their equipment, which means you'll take a bit of a hit on what you get paid, until you've built up enough to have your own equipment to do those jobs. Then once you've done that and then you've got the equipment for your farm, then it's easier to move on. So it's going to be interesting. I like the new icons. I like the fact they're kind of simplified. There's more of them, and it's going to be something to get our heads around. I really do like the fact there are 2 different stages, young and old, in the weeds as well, requiring different methods to get rid of them. Really looking forward to it. FS19 is going to be a blast when it comes out. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, thanks for watching.